My more positive, more fun things to talk about. I know you got to spar Gervonta Davis in the past, and Gervonta, I believe you were at the sparring at Tank and Frank.
Yeah.
You only got to go into details of that, but seeing that you have actual information from that sparring, so everything's hindsight now. They're fighting each other. How do you see that fight breaking down?
I think that's a classic Tank breakdown. Honestly, I feel like Tank comes out slow, but that's just him. So Frank has to be smart about whatever he's doing. He gotta come in there with a great mindset. He can't come in there scared or nervous, because I feel like Tank's going to be able to recognize that and realize that what happened in the past, that Frank's going to be a little nervous or timid about that. But I hope he doesn't come in with that mindset. But even if he does, I still feel like Tank's going to do his thing. He's going to knock him out in under 10 at least. I feel like I got like 8 or 9.
Like I said, when I get into sparring, but you kind of alluded, kind of hints, and kind of dropped little things about, what Frank needs to do in comparison to sparring. Some people say, hey, this is sparring. And Frank might come into a completely different fighter. Gervonta might come as a different fighter. Would you be surprised from what you got to witness that if it played out completely different than your prediction?
Oh, man, if it plays out completely opposite or different than what I'm expecting or what I've seen, I would be totally I'd be confused, because Tank's a great fighter. He's not, there's a lot of, I've sparred him, so I've really recognized that he's a great fighter, and he's not just, this power puncher that everybody expects him to be. He's a great boxer. He has over 200 amateur fights, so he has a great boxing IQ as well. So people's, it's a lot of things that he does that people don't really recognize or can tell from the casual boxing fan. There's a lot of setting up and IQ and traps that he sets that, Frank started boxing when he was a little older, so we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to see those little details that Tank has, and it's gonna set up for him.
Do you think Frank can hurt Tank? Because everyone.
It's boxing. You can't take away from anybody. It's boxing. Anybody can beat anybody. Everybody has a puncture chance. If you're going out there to try. So Frank has a chance. Frank has a good chance, honestly. But at the end of the day, Tank's a better boxer than Frank. Tank's a better fighter than Frank. So I feel like Tank's gonna go in there and do what he has to do.
Would you predict or expect the knockout?
Oh yeah. I don't know if he's gonna go to sleep, because I'm never gonna do something like that. But I think Tank, that's what he does. He puts people out. He takes people out, and I think that's what Tank is gonna do.
If Tank gets past Frank, who do you want to see him, fight next?
He was talking about that 6 or 7 fight deal, so he got to fight a big name. Frank's a good opponent, but I want to see Tank fight one of the big names. You got a lot of guys out there. You got Loma, you got Devin. Devin's still a great fighter after the fight, so you can't take away. With boxing, styles make fights. So I want to see what Devin can do with Tank as well. Shakur, he can get that fight as well. There's so many fights to make at 35 and 40. So I want to see him. I want to see what Tank can do.
And you worked with Shakur, you worked with Devin, you worked with all these guys. So,
yeah.
So we'll do those breakdowns later. But coming back to you, I'm waiting for the next Pro Box fight. Any expected news possibly coming soon, and what the fans could expect?
I don't have any dates. Right now, I just fought May 8th, so I'm still training. I got right back in the gym immediately after my fight. Made sure I'm still in tip-top shape. So, whenever I get that call, I'm back. I'm ready.
All right, well, can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me on social media, on Instagram at King Robert III, and then you can follow me on Twitter as well as Big King Robert. I'm gonna start tweeting and stuff, so make sure y'all see that. I'm gonna say some crazy stuff.
Awesome, appreciate it.